And Harish Salve is with us tonight. He needs no introduction. Mr. Salve is one of India's foremost jurists, senior advocate, former Solicitor General, King's Counsel, and much more. Mr. Salve, question is obvious. He said, I'm fighting the Indian state. Congress is trying to say, no, you got him wrong again. What's your take?
He's been fighting the Indian state for a while. He's only said it in so many words. What, according to me, as a student of Indian constitutional law, is fighting the Indian state? The Indian constitution is based on the rule of law. I don't think anybody has ever accused the Gandhi family of being great fans of the rule of law. If they were, the emergency wouldn't have happened. But let's put that to one side. The declaration that India is a diverse society and its resources must be distributed in accord on caste lines or on lines of people's poverty or some other such distinguishing factor, which basically means take the money from those who create wealth and distribute it to those who do not have wealth. Now, how do you do that consistent with the rule of law? So you don't do it. How are you going to do it? You are fighting against the nation. You're fighting against the notion of statehood. If our state is a democratic, sovereign republic based on the rule of law, you can't have this kind of narrative going on. The second narrative, caste census. The third narrative, you carry a book of constitutional law in your hand and talk of increasing reservations when the Supreme Court's definition of fairness under Article 14 and 15 on balance has been reservations must be contained within 15%. Now, what you're saying is, I don't care what the constitutional authority who has the last word on constitutional interpretation says.
Yes.
I say this is not fair. And if the Supreme Court says this is not fair, I don't care. I am protecting the Constitution as I read it, not as the Supreme Court interprets it, which means you are above the law, you are above the institutions. So this has been going on for a while, and it's consistent behavior. When somebody says India is not a nation, it's a union of states, I would say it betrays ignorance of basic principles of political constitutionalism. So you have somebody who's obviously either he's being advised or he's being tutored or whatever. Now, that's a political discussion which you will have the moment I leave space. But as a citizen of India and as a student of constitutional law, we have this serious threat, and we have this sitting in our parliament. But I think our constitution is so robust, and our institutions by now have become so robust. His fighting the Indian state is going to be a battle which he will sooner than later regret.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us tonight live is Harish Salve, and the subject of discussion tonight is the alarming comment of Rahul Gandhi, where he has declared a war against the nation by saying that he is out to fight the Indian state. In other words, he's saying the Congress party should be fighting the Indian state. This is not a critique of the government. Now, Mr. Salve, my second and last question to you is this, that their defense is that, look here, we are not bothered about whether this aligns with separatist narratives. We believe that the Indian state is oppressive. And it's oppressive, so it's illegitimate. Right? It's illegitimate in our eyes, our beliefs, and hence we reject it, and hence we are going to fight it. Your response to that defense they are putting out tonight?
Yes. So I heard just now, a moment ago, I hadn't heard it before, the clip which you played.
Yes.
And his point is that the BJP has captured, it's a strong word to use, but let's go with his word, captured all institutions. How have they done it? They have not done it by a constitutional coup. They have not done it by a coup against the constitution. They fought the elections. They won fair and square in 2014. They won in 2019. And they're back in power in 2014. His attempts at trying to get into power have failed. If BJP has control over the institutions as he suggests, I'm putting to one side the validity of this assertion. Yes. If it does, it has this control because it is the elected government in office. Now, if his attempts to get elected are failing, he says, I will have to fight the system from outside by dismantling a system by which BJP is getting elected, which means you do not believe in electoral democracy. Now, whether you bring in the Bangladesh model or you sit with people who are willing, or you invite others to interfere and say, you must do something, please help me, because elections I have not been able to win. You have to get these chaps out of office and make space so that somebody else can come in. That means you're basically saying, I don't like the Indian voter, I don't believe the Indian voter. I know the interest of the Indian voter better than the Indian voter knows himself. And therefore I am at war with the Indian voter. He's voting the wrong people in, so I'm going to fight the state itself. So it's the right thing he has said. This is what he's been pursuing. And I think he has only put it in one sentence. He has been saying it, and his party has been standing for this for a while.
Harish Salve has put out an excellent analysis of this tonight. Mr. Salve, always such a pleasure to have you right on top of the show this evening. Harish Salve, thank you very, very much. And
Arnab, I don't like getting into political controversy.
I know you
But I'll tell you, and I don't understand politics. But when things are said which make me worried about where Indian democracy is headed, on the one hand, India's going from strength to strength. And then when you have things like this, especially the bigger we grow, the more foes we have outside India. Believe me, countries like the United States, Canada, even Europe are not very happy at where we are.
No, not at all.
Our big brother neighbor, China on top of us, is not happy where we are.
I agree with you.
And they will be happy. Today, the most delighted at this narrative will be the guests with whom you were having a sharp discussion yesterday.
So I'm not putting you with them, but I just add to what you said. It's my own view, Mr. Salve, that as we go from 3, 4, 5, 10 trillion and 20 trillion, we will stop being a subject of interest to being a direct competitor, and all claws will be out, and Rahul Gandhi is becoming a useful tool for these people.
All claws are already out.
Already out.
And this is where we as Indians, if we are not sensitive to where our own, today, the guests whom you had yesterday, you know whom I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Whom you were discussing the ... They will be most happy at this narrative.
No, we're concerned.
So we have to be careful about this.
We're concerned. I'm going to take this clip of our chat, put it on digital media, put a vote on it. And if you want to respond to Harish Salve directly, I'll take your messages and send it across to him as soon as I can. Mr. Salve, thank you very much once again. Our question I'm putting out tonight before I go to my next guest, viewers, is this. Should Rahul Gandhi be disqualified as the leader of the opposition for taking an openly Maoist line? I'm not even saying pro-Maoist line. I'm saying he's taking a Maoist line. Should Rahul Gandhi be disqualified as LOP for taking an openly Maoist line? You heard Harish Salve there, Mahesh Jetpalani. How would you like to take this forward? Because Rahul Gandhi's defense is, see, I'm being forced to do this because institutions have been captured. And hence I'm going against India because this is not the India I like.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, echoing what Harish just said, what Mr. Salve just said, Rahul has always been of this view. I mean, all his actions are basically in the past. All this, and we've talked about it many times. The MOU with the CCCP, senior leaders of the Congress going and asking Pakistan to dislodge Prime Minister Modi's government. Being at one with George Soros, who's a a sworn enemy of India and has tried many attempts to destabilize India. So this is a pattern. Right now, I think Rahul Gandhi said the gloves are off. You know, the facade of being a Democrat, I am going to throw off. And what Harish says, I echo that sentiment as well. I have a feeling now that he is going to stoop to extremely treacherous levels. And that means he's going to take the help of powers, which he already has. I mean, he has already been mixed up with people who are inimical to India, whether it is the Chinese state, whether it is Pakistan, whether it is Soros, and the deep democratic state, which mercifully is about to exit in America. He's already done that. But now what he's saying is that I don't agree with India's democracy. In sum and substance, that's what he's saying. I don't like the manner in which democracy is working. The fact of the matter is he doesn't like this democracy and the manner in which it's working is because with all its fairness, he's being routed at the polls. He's become an abject failure, and he feels he's entitled. He's a product of entitlement. He's a product of dynasty. You have to understand his mindset, and he's being goaded by courtiers and his mother, and to some extent his sister. Those are the people closest, and they tell him he's born to rule. Now the problem is not only is he going to join hands with forces inimical to India externally, but we don't know the methods which he will use. Because if you start questioning first the Election Commission, then the EVMs, right? It means you don't believe in the Democrat. What Shora and the other day, the Chief Election Commission gave, according to me, gave a thoroughly researched, sterling analysis of the complete infallibility of the EVMs. He said that not a single booth have we found the EVMs going wrong at all, right? Now, when you start questioning this, you have a creeping mindset. Rahul is now shrugging off democratic means, questioning every institution. And by the way, I think it's time somebody filed an FIR against him, because he's now saying that the judiciary, for instance, is partisan.
Yeah.
It has now been infiltrated, courtesy the RSS and the BJP, with cronies of theirs. He's basically calling every Supreme Court judge a crony of the BJP RSS, and collectively the entire judiciary. That's the level to which he's gone. Now listen, I have been in the BJP since 1981, right? When it was first formed on the 6th of April of that year. I have tolerated undemocratic methods and what I consider to be, or what I've always considered to be, extremely oppressive methods by the Congress party. But I have never questioned our institutions. Once you start questioning your institutions, you have become anti-national. Because those institutions is what makes this great democracy thrive, whether it's the electoral system or our judiciary or our bureaucracy. He is now trashing all of those.
So I think he's justifying violence. I think he wants violence. Right now he's justifying it. He's creating that very well thought narrative for violence in the country.
I think he's out to set the country on fire.
And he said so in the past almost. He said so.
Yes, either by caste divisions or by religious divisions. He is going to do that.
But his foreign help from the Kamala Harris group has evaporated. They're out of power. Does that compromise his plans to spark violence?
Well, that certainly narrows his options. But there is still the whole Sino-Wahhabi lobby, the Sino, ISI and the CCCP and the PLA. There is still that. And Soros is still a rogue element. Trump has denounced him. The incoming president, Trump, has denounced him. Yeah. But, he's going to be up to his mischief. He's not going to give up.
Okay.
94 years old though he is.
No, he's not going to give up. Well, we've had two excellent introductory voices, Harish Salve and Mahesh Jetmalani. Couldn't get better than that. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, the danger of Rahul Gandhi's Maoist line. 2 versus 4. Sohail and Sanju versus Ramesh Sabharwal and Santosh Mehrotra, Professor, and Vivek Srivastav and Renu Mittal. Opening remark to Ramesh Sabharwal. because I know you'll get excited during the debate, but I think he's undermined the country. He's become a separatist, he's become a Maoist, he's become anti-national, he wants international interference, and he's undermining the sovereignty of the Indian state. I don't think he can remain LOP any longer. This is my view, and I believe it's the overwhelming view in the country today. Romesh Sabarwal.
Arnab, when our leaders attack the BJP and RSS in this country, we are facing this music, we are facing this agenda and narrative later on that we are criticizing our country. Is Mahatma Gandhi was anti-India? Is Indira Gandhi was anti-India? Is Rajiv Gandhi was anti-India? And the Congress party has fought with Britishers. We gave our blood for the nation. We are trained to do the work for the welfare of the people. We can die for our country. We are true Indians. The BJP is a hidden Britishers' agenda. Rahul Gandhi has said that.
Rahul Gandhi has said we must fight the country.
No.
He has said we must fight the country.
He said
no, 1 minute.
We believe in non-violence. Bharat Jodo Yatra is the latest example on which he walks over the whole country.
Mr. Sabarwal, I told you today, you try not to get excited. Try not to get excited.
I'll
try not to get excited.
Because you can't.
Try not to.
Truth
try
cannot
not to.
be. Truth cannot be.
Truth is he said it.
Is Rahul Gandhi's intention.
Okay.
Rahul Gandhi is true Indian.
He has said, I want to fight the Indian state. We must fight
We are
the
fighting
Indian
against
state.
the Indian government.
Sanju
State
is responding to an obvious question there today. Sanju.
Thank you. You know, Arnab, I've always maintained that criticizing the ruling dispensation of the day is kosher. But criticizing your nation, especially on foreign soil, I think that is absolutely unpardonable. Do you remember in March 2023, Rahul Gandhi was at an event in Cambridge. And what did he say? He said that a large chunk of democracy is coming undone in India. Indian institutions are under attack and they are being usurped by the BJP and the RSS. And he said this to young, impressionable minds at Cambridge. And he also said, I wonder why a large part of the United States and Europe fail to intervene. Basically, Rahul Gandhi was making no bones about the fact that he wanted foreign interference in India's internal affairs. And if that is not sedition, if that is not treason, pray tell me what is. I will give you another example.
You're saying he's committed treason. No, 1 minute. You are saying he's committed treason.
Yes.
Treason.
Exactly. Because he's made this a repeat offense. He's not somebody who's gullible. He's very devious. And I think he's
Viewers, I'm asking you this question as well tonight. Do you agree with Sanju Verma's assessment that Rahul Gandhi has committed treason? Therefore, that Rahul Gandhi is a traitor. Now, Rahul Gandhi knows what the Indian state means, and Santosh Mehrotra also knows. Sohail, both of you know what the Indian state means. The Indian state means the legislative and executive organs of the Indian government and everything associated with it, including the Indian Army, the Indian Armed Forces, the executive, and the judiciary. Now, either we have two defenses tonight. One, Rahul Gandhi is ignorant, or Rahul Gandhi has intentionally said this. There are only two options. There's no room for misinterpretation. There is only room for ignorance or ill intent. Which of the ones would you choose? Santosh Mehrotra.
I don't think you're asking me. I thought you were asking Sohail.
Now I'm asking you first. Sohail, you're muted.
I was telling Santosh, my name is Sohail. I wish it was Santosh. It's a nice name.
Santosh wants to avoid the question, is it?
No. I'm happy to answer your question. I mean, for 25 minutes, I've heard your raving and ranting. I mean, obviously, I have something to say. Clearly, I mean, look, my dear friend, this is an effort by the BJP to try and inform all of us that Mr. Mohan Bhagwat didn't make any statement. The fact of the matter is that the Mohan Bhagwat statement has deeply embarrassed the BJP, and therefore they're trying to distract attention. What was Rahul Gandhi saying? He was essentially saying what Mohan Bhagwat himself said, that India became independent only in 2024 after the Ram Temple was built. That's what he essentially is saying. In reality, it became independent only after the Ram Temple, which means that India didn't become independent in 1947. It didn't become a republic in 1950. The Indian Constitution doesn't, in fact, say that the Indian state is a union of states. It does say it. I'm sorry to inform both Mr. Bhagwat and Mr. Salve, as well as Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani. And perhaps I'm informing you as well, that the Indian Constitution says that. Now, the bottom line is, I'm sorry, I'm not...
Mohit Bhagwat meant it as a metaphor.
Listen, let us speak here.
Mohit Bhagwat meant it as a
Calm down, everyone, calm down. Calm down. Calm down now, please. I'm seeing this go out of control. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a person easily inflamed. I don't want anyone to inflame the debate. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. We are discussing Rahul Gandhi, not the non-performance of Virat Kohli. Though both are very similar these days. Both the egos of both Virat Kohli and Rahul Gandhi are inversely proportional to their professional performance. Now, my question is.
Okay, listen. If you're going to insult me, bye-bye.
I spoke about Virat Kohli, not you. I don't know why he said bye-bye. See, Sanju, you're the reason. My guest coordinators will have to call him and say it was Sanju. I don't know since when I started sounding like Sanju Verma, but I will get Santosh Mehrotra back, and you didn't have done that. Sohail, we'll get him back because he misunderstood. Sohail, what do we do now? How do you view this? Is this an innocent comment or a comment with pure ill intent and malice?
So here's the thing. I don't believe that this is unintentional. I don't think Rahul Gandhi is the kind of person who will make comments unintentionally. It may be out of intellectual innocence, but certainly not unintentionally. That's number one. Number two, I have no issues with him abusing the BJP and the RSS. I personally don't subscribe to the comments Mr. Bhagwat made. They were unnecessary. Whether it's metaphorical, whether it is allegorical is irrelevant. You don't decry the freedom struggle, the sacrifices that people have made, but that's for another day. My issue is only very simple, that you are playing into the hands of every person who is inimical to quote Salve to India's interests. Because now the playbook will be as follows. The leader of India's opposition in the elected house, the Lok Sabha, has gone on record to say that he is ready to fight the state. The phrase he used is, our fight is against the state.
Against the Indian state.
The state doesn't comprise the BJP and the RSS. Yeah. The state comprises the media, it comprises the judiciary, it comprises the election commission, it comprises our valiant armed forces.
Supreme Court.
When you make a comment like that, no matter what the context, Arnab, the signal you're sending to the country is...
He did not talk of violence. He never talked of violence.
As far as... Yeah, 1 minute. I have not interrupted anyone. So allow me to finish. Yeah. But I will make more cogent sense than most. The fight, therefore, when you say is against the state, in logical terms, it is treasonous. And I'll tell you why. The definition of treason is when you wage any kind of anarchic activity against the government or society oblique nation. I'm not saying he's going to fight a battle or wage war tomorrow. The interests of India are greater than the interests of the BJP and the RSS. India is a civilizational legacy. It will outlast Narendra Modi as it will outlast the Gandhis. The tragedy is, for political brownie points, for this kind of mudslinging, why would you drag the nation into it? Why would you play into the hands of people who have decided to decry all the good that India has achieved? Why would you want to do something which plays into the hands of the BJP and the RSS? Because every debate this evening is focused on exactly that. That Rahul Gandhi doesn't have the interests of India at heart. Why would you then not have your Congress chief ministers resign tonight? Because they are elected. They should then say, we don't believe in the state. You should give up your post as leader of opposition because you don't believe in the state. You cannot be in the state and then say, I will wage war against the state.
No. Vivek, we go to Vivek next. I'm exploding with calls tonight. Vivek.
I totally endorse what Rahul Gandhi said. I totally endorse it. He never.
I have no doubt you are Rahul Gandhi, all Maoist. Urban Naxal, tukre.
There's no question of Maoists. He never talked of violence. He was simply saying that majority of the institutions and establishments in this country, they are contaminated. You have an RSS man sitting everywhere. Right from a vice chancellor's position to the professor to a teacher to an SHO, a police officer.
And what
was the NSC? And what was the NSC? And who elected Sonia Gandhi to be de facto Prime Minister? What are you talking about?
No. हर जगह संघ का आदमी है, नाकाबिल संघ का आदमी हर जगह बिठाया गया है। और राहुल गांधी लड़ेंगे, हम भी लड़ेंगे। And I endorse every word of what he said.
Declaring war on the program, Sanju Verma responding. You are out of control, Vivek Srivastava. Sanju.
George Soros's playbook.
The Chief Justice of India is an RSS.
कोई George Soros नहीं है।
I mean,
आप लोगों ने
try every institution. Just because you want to score political,
Renu in the Indian state, resigned as the member of parliament from Rai Bareli.
Even Mr. Sabarwal will not agree with
as
you.
member of parliament
The
from
Chief Justice of
Wayanad.
India is RSS.
Let Siddharamaiah resign as the chief minister of Karnataka. Let D.K. Shivkumar resign as the deputy chief minister of Karnataka. Let Bhupinder Singh Suppu resign.
Ramesh Sabarwal is on the debate. Ramesh and Sanju, 50-50. On the
People have rejected you. People have rejected you. Congress cannot think to speak against BJP. Doesn't mean that they're speaking against our Hindustan. We fought with Britishers. We will fight out with you people. He has motivated the Congress workers. We will fight out against RSS and Mr. Modi. We can hit out.
Let the likes of Abhishek
I will tell you the truth. Truth cannot be.
Viewers, I repeat tonight. I repeat again the words. I repeat against the words tonight. Listen, absolutely मेरी बात. You see, this is a separatist language, and it strikes at the root of national unity. Rahul Gandhi wants to break the country. Rahul Gandhi wants to break the country. Allow me, please, I'll come to you in a minute. You see, Rahul Gandhi's statement is an invitation letter for international interference. He wants global countries, Soros and all to come in. It fuels anti-national narratives. It is dangerously close, Renu, to anti-national propaganda. And he, by conflating the Indian state with the BJP and the RSS, he blurs the distinction between a ruling party and the nation itself. This risks alienating people who equate the state with their national identity. I see my flag, I'm proud as an Indian. I stand up when the national anthem and national song plays, I am proud as an Indian. Rahul Gandhi says, if you're a Sikh, you can't wear a turban in this country. Rahul Gandhi says, the West must come and interfere in our country. Rahul Gandhi says, Cambridge Analytica, I want to do business with you. Rahul Gandhi goes and meets Donald Lu and what is that other person, Ilhan Omar. Rahul Gandhi supports these separatist groups. By doing so, listen to me, don't be impatient. Listen to me, Renu, and learn. Rahul Gandhi creates a fertile ground for separatism and violence in this country. Renu Mittal is on the debate. Renu.
Let us listen.
Both of you.
No.
Renu is on the debate. Renu.
Please listen.
I'm listening.
Both of you keep sovereign
We are talking about anti-national. We are talking about Deshdrohi. What are we talking about? We are talking about Mohan Bhagwat, who said, what did he say? He said this country did not gain independence in 1947. It was only when the Ram Mandir was...
Rahul Gandhi says this country is not a nation. He says we are not a nation. Do you understand how dangerous that is? Or do you fail to understand that?
You have got these... No, please
Rahul Gandhi
listen to me.
makes vicious comments.
You have got these...
Sanju now on the debate.
These great lawyers, please.
Do you have the guts to condemn Rahul Gandhi?
50-50.
Or are you a paid Darbari? Are you a paid Congress Darbari?
Get Sanjay
Are you a paid
Malhotra back.
Congress Darbari?
Please.
Renu Mittal, are you a paid Congress Darbari? Rahul Gandhi goes to Virginia and says that Sikhs are not allowed to wear a kada, Sikhs are not allowed to visit Gurudwara, Sikhs are not allowed to wear a pagdi. And you sit there and laugh. Rahul Gandhi goes to Cambridge and he says that democracy is under attack in India. You sit and clap.
Okay. What are they
Rahul
telling us about
Gandhi says
constitution?
that Bharat के 2000 किलोमीटर चीन जब्त कर गई है.
Okay, I ask you this.
Who is nothing but a socialite? What is, if tomorrow Congress comes to power, he will be on this side. So the point is not that. Let's have a rational discussion. Let's not these shouting brigades take over the show.
Shouting brigade की बात नहीं है.
Sanju Verma saying don't let Sanju Verma, you are being told by Renu Mittal, don't let shouting brigades take over. Which world am I in? Pinch. I want to pinch myself to know whether Renu Mittal actually said shouting brigades should not take over.
Sorry, let this woman fight down.
Her name is not woman, her name is Sanju Verma.
What country remarks? These acolytes, Sanju Verma.
Acolytes.
These acolytes of the BJP have to fight down. You've got these two lawyers which gave us a big version on constitution. What does Mohan Bhagwat know about constitution? Is he talking about it? No. Please pipe down.
I know what it
Please pipe down.
Okay, now 1 minute.
Take a chill pill and cool down.
Have you ever seen Rahul Gandhi talk about the fact that India is the
Ramesh Agarwal on the right,
please.
Ramesh Agarwal on the right, please. Ramesh Agarwal, look at me. Let's stop this fight for a minute. Ramesh Agarwal ji, look at me. My question is to Ramesh Agarwal. Someone put him on air, please.
That he has forex reserves of more than 600
Thank you. Ramesh Agarwal, you're on the debate with me. Ramesh Agarwal, listen to me. And everybody quiet, please. Everybody quiet.
Why is she screaming and shouting here?
Why is he saying...
Arnab, tell her to pipe down here. You had these two big lawyers who are making huge amounts of money.
3 minutes one-on-one with me and Ramesh Agarwal. Ramesh Agarwal, look here. It's forget everyone else. Just look at me. Focus on me. This is Agarwal. 1 minute, Sanju. This is now extremely disturbing and disconcerting. It's most unfortunate. I should be allowed to say what I'm doing. Now the question is, will the Chinese love it? Well, listen, my question to you is, Sohail is on the debate as well. Everyone's on. Will the Chinese love what Rahul Gandhi has said? Rahul Gandhi says, I am going to fight the Indian state. The Chinese, will the Chinese like this or not? Will the Chinese, it matters to me. It matters to me.
Congress worker or leader can think of this.
He has said it.
Your mindset is
He has said it.
Our mindset is different.
He has said
We
it.
can
He has said
sacrifice
it. Rahul Gandhi has said it. Rahul Gandhi has said he's going to fight the Indian state. He has not said it. He said, I'm not going to fight a political party. I'm going to fight the country. He has said, I'm going to fight the country.
No.
I equate the Indian state with a republic, with a nation. He said it. I'm going to play that exact bite. I'm going to play that exact bite. Pull out the bite. That exact bite. Pull it out.
Rahul Gandhi went abroad last year and said that
top bands
handed over
and visuals.
2,000 square kilometers to China. This despite the fact that he has not ceded any. This despite the fact that Amit Shah said he had not ceded any.
You know, something happened. Sanju, thank you. Sohail is on the left. Sanju, is there ever, have you ever encountered something called a semicolon or a comma? It would be wonderful if you stumble over one. My question tonight is this, that, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing.
Oh God.
I'm glad I still have the capacity to make anyone laugh. Look at Sanju Verma. This is the first time Sanju Verma is laughing at a joke about herself. It's never happened in this world. Never happened. No. Now listen to me one thing. Now tell me one thing. Doklam are soldiers. Doklam are soldiers. Doklam. मैं 1000 बार बोलूँगा. Because your leader is planning to fight a war against my country. In 2017, when the standoff was happening at Doklam, the whole country was very angry at the Chinese. Rahul Gandhi had a meeting. Don't interrupt. Rahul Gandhi had a meeting with the Chinese. I put it out on Republic, and Rahul Gandhi denied. Rahul Gandhi said this is fake news, and then lo and behold, the Chinese embassy said it is not fake news. We have been having these talks with Rahul Gandhi. Now I want to ask you two questions. Why did he meet? And then when we exposed him, why did the Congress media department call it fake news? Answer the question. Answer the question, yaar.
It's a fake.
Then answer the question. Answer the question. Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
I'll answer.
Yeah.
Congress party, we are trained to do the work for the country. we can
increase his volume. I can't.
So now his volume goes down. You know, when I ask him tough questions, volume come ho jati hai. Increase his volume. Increase his volume. Increase his volume. Increase his volume.
Sacrifice our lives for the country. We are meant for the country.
That's why you had lunch. That's why you had a lunch at the 7-star hotel with the Chinese diplomats in the middle of Doklam. And that's why you are saying, I'm going to fight the Indian state. I'm going to fight the country. I'm going to fight the Republic. I'm going to fight the Republic of India. I have signed an agreement with Xi Jinping and I'm going to fight my country. Yeah, he said that.
आप गलत चार्ज करते हो क्योंकि बीजेपी पे अटैक करता है, वो आरएसएस पे अटैक करता है. भारत जोड़ो यात्रा से बड़ा कोई एग्जांपल राहुल गांधी का इस देश के प्रति लॉयल्टी और
You know, he wants to create a disturbance in the country. Harish Salve was right. And I'll tell you.
सर हमने पीसफुल यात्रा करी है, लोगों को जोड़ने के लिए करी है. हम कश्मीर भी गए हैं, हम श्रीनगर में.
इधर देखिए, हाइपर ईमो होने की जरूरत नहीं. No emo works on me. Don't do this emotional अत्याचार on me. Don't do this, everyone. Don't do this emotional अत्याचार on me. आप करिए कहीं और. ये करिए, ये कोई emotional. ये don't go emo on me. Don't go emo on me. Yeah, listen. My question is, nobody knows the Congress party better than me. Please remember, nobody knows this party better than me. Yeah. Now let me tell you one thing. Rahul Gandhi has said that he wants to create disturbance in India.
Really?
Renu, you obviously know, you are part of the woodwork there. Now listen to me.
Renu is a paid darbari of the Gandhi.
1 second, Sanju, don't try to co-anchor. I said
she's a paid acolyte. She's a paid retainer, a paid court jester of the Gandhi.
Okay. 1 minute. Sanjay Mehrotra is back. He's angry with Sanju Verma. He's come back on the condition that he'll be allowed to say something. Sanjay Mehrotra, can you be brought back on air, please? And please don't do this disappearing. Santosh Mehrotra. And don't do the disappearing act on me. What did you want to say? Please, go ahead. And Sanju, please don't interrupt here. Please, not out. Yeah, please, thank you. Go ahead. Santosh.
I've not even said a word.
Santosh Mehrotra has come back despite whatever happened between both of you. Santosh Mehrotra, please.
Listen, मैं एक शब्द भी बोलूं तो बेचारों की बोलती नहीं बंद होती है. मुश्किल है यार, बड़ा मुश्किल है उन बेचारों को. अच्छा खैर, एनीवे, मोटी बात ये है भाई, मोटी बात ये है कि the RSS has taken over the Indian state. And there is just no getting away from it. We've seen that happening over the last 10 years. And we know this because we can see it in the universities, we can see it in the judiciary, we can see it in the media. We can see it plenty in the media, I can tell you.
Yeah?
Now,
yeah?
Well, I'm sorry to say.
Did you? 1 minute.
Look at you.
Did you not see it in the media? Did you not see it in the media when an entire organization was built on a Doon school circuit? Did you not see it in the media when fake stories were put out in a paper that calls itself, the bastion of courage? Did you not see it in the media when the entire media became quiet? Don't clap for me. Don't clap for me. No, the entire media was on the rolls of Suresh Kalmadi when the entire media was becoming an advocate for A. Raja. You didn't see it in the media when the media didn't have the guts to talk about the corruption in the Demoracy routine. Oh, you didn't see it then, Santosh Mehrotra, and don't run away on me. Don't run on me now. I'm taking you on.
You love the sound of your own voice.
Of course I do. It's great.
You love the sound of your own voice.
It's great.
You don't want to hear anyone.
I do.
You either want to give a chance to Sanju Verma you don't want to hear anyone else. This is your problem.
Can I have the windows?
I've known you for a good 10 years. You've got a real difficulty. You can't run a show properly. This is your problem.
Yeah, that's why I got 80% viewership.
No, fantastic. Yeah, come on. That's why do you need me then?
I need you because I'm democratic. I'm a Democrat.
Wonderful. That's why you didn't mention Mohan Bhagwat. For 25 minutes in your show,
has Mohan Bhagwat said I will fight the Indian state? Has Mohan Bhagwat said I will fight the Indian state? But Santosh Mehrotra has Rahul said I'm going to fight the country. Rahul Gandhi said I'm going to fight the country.
Complete waste of time. I'm leaving.
Again he's gone. This is that nobody's done this on me. Sohail is gone again. You see, Renu, you guys are so intolerant, so intellectually intolerant.
I didn't interrupt him.
What
Yes.
are you talking
All I'm
about,
saying is, if you take what
you don't
Renu
even
Mittal
know
has
what
said,
is fair play.
and if you take what Santosh said,
Yeah.
and what Mr. Sabharwal said, here's the
Lines
issue.
open, yeah.
It is not my point, it is not my contention that Rahul is unpatriotic. To say that would be stretching things. My only contention here, and Arnab, I'm saying this with grave seriousness, is that as leader of opposition, there's a certain gravitas that is expected of you only because you hold a constitutional kind of office. A. B. It is no one's business. He has every right to condemn, contradict, counter what the RSS and the BJP do, or any other political party. He has every right to hold the constitution. When you say that I will fight the state and that the entire state has capitulated, then you're bringing two people into its remit. You're bringing the President of India because she is the Commander-in-Chief, and you're bringing the Chief Justice of India. My point is, if every institution you abuse, तो लोगों को भरोसा किस में होगा?
Yeah, Santana Gopal is calling from Bengaluru tonight. Santana Gopal, caller one.
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, how are you?
Good evening to you and your panelists.
Good evening.
Interviewers. Arnab, it's high time Supreme Court should pull up Rahul for his comment.
Supreme Court, why?
See, they cannot be. Yeah, they have to pull him up. They have to reprimand him. What is it that you're talking? You're going to...
You see, that's what the viewers are saying.
Yeah, and see, basically, I would like to say...
Okay, 1 minute. Santana, I'll take another caller here right now. See that, I'm sorry, Santana, to cut you short. You're seeing the sentiment among people. You're seeing nobody is with the Maoist.
You abuse the Supreme Court, see what they do to you. Abuse the Supreme Court, say that the Supreme Court is compromised, you will be in prison for contempt.
Have you seen Rahul Gandhi condemn Jamaat Dawa? Have you seen Rahul Gandhi condemn Jamaat-e-Islami? Have you seen Rahul Gandhi condemn Boko Haram? No. Have you seen Rahul Gandhi condemn the Tablighi?
I have not even seen him condemn Mohammed Yunus or the Bangladeshi government. Sanjay Bhandari from Kolkata. Sanjay Bhandari from Kolkata. Sanjay Bhandari, live please. Sanjay Bhandari, please. Sanjay Bhandari, please.
Hello.
Yeah, go on, Sanjay. Go on.
Hello, hi Pranav. I'm just asking one question from this Congress and this pro-CPI guys. जब बांग्लादेश के अंदर में इतनी मारकाट मच रही थी, राहुल गांधी ने एक भी स्टेटमेंट दिया उनके बारे में?
क्या बोले? रमेश डायरेक्टली
जी ने दिया, राहुल जी ने दिया,
क्या दिया? कुछ नहीं दिया।
पार्लियामेंट में ट्वीट किया, हमने भारत सरकार को कहा,
संजय भंडारी और
भारत सरकार ने नहीं कहा, बांग्लादेश कहा आपने? हिंदुओं को मारकाट मच रही है,
मोदी जी क्या कर रहे थे? मोदी जी ने क्या किया? उनको करना चाहिए।
अरे मोदी जी, आपको मालूम मोदी जी क्या
प्रधानमंत्री को है?
प्रधानमंत्री ने हमने तो बोला और उनको ये बोला कि
बोला
गजब वाली बात है। आप लोग सुनिए, आप लोग राहुल गांधी ना अमेरिका में जाके
मोदी क्या कर रहे हैं? बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है?
जाके अमेरिका में
मोदी जी ने क्यों नहीं बोला?
नेशनल टेलीविजन
प्रियंका जी ने कितना बोला? एक दिन पूरा दिन पार्लियामेंट सेशन में बोला।
कैसे बातें कर रहे हो समझ नहीं आ रहा है।
नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री है, इसलिए वी आर वन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड्स राइजिंग इकोनॉमिक सुपर पावर्स। नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री हैं, इसलिए हम आज चीन को आंख दिखा
सब कुछ है नरेंद्र मोदी जी की वजह से है।
आपके कौन वो एमपी थे जो पैलेस्टाइन की बैग लेके गए थे? पैलेस्टाइन की बैग लेके गए थे।
महात्मा गांधी जी
आप जय पैलेस्टाइन बोलते हैं,
हमारे दादा
आप जय पैलेस्टाइन बोलते हैं,
हमारे
आप डिजाइनर बैग्स ले जाते हैं वो पैलेस्टाइन
जो है मोदी जी है। मोदी जी भगवान बना दिया आप लोगों ने।
मोदी जी भगवान है, हम ये नहीं कहते, पर मोदी जी आपके 100 पप्पुओं से 100 गुना बेहतर है।
Mind your language. Mind your language.
You said Pappu.
Mind your language.
You said Pappu.
Mind your language. Mind your language.
100 पप्पुओं से 100 गुना बेहतर।
Mind your language. आप इतने भी नहीं उनके सामने। आपके तो खिलाफ when we speak against BJP.
Sushil Kulkarni from Maharashtra is our next caller tonight on the call from Maharashtra. I don't know where in Maharashtra. Sushil Kulkarni, Sushil, go on.
Can I get a word in?
You can get a word in right now. Go on.
Firstly, Firstly, Arnab, thanks for allowing me to talk.
Thank you.
Number one. Number two, this is really a black day, I should say.
in India where somebody is saying that he is going to fight against Indian state.
Yeah.
Come on. There's something seriously wrong with this gentleman. And sometimes he goes and meets somebody in America. Sometimes he speaks against the country.
See.
It is really not done, and some serious action should definitely be initiated against this gentleman.
Yeah, I think he should.
That's my take about it.
He should be disqualified as leader of the opposition because the constitution.
Absolutely, he should be disqualified.
Yeah.
To speak truth.
What's the truth? What's the truth?
सच्चाई बोलना पाप है इस देश में.
That you have to fight.
यही तो बोल रहे हैं हम कि BJP has captured undeclared martial law, undeclared emergency.
Was Rahul Gandhi elected as a member of the Lok Sabha? The answer is yes. Who conducted the elections? The Election Commission of India. What is it? An institution. There are several Congress governments.
One caller.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take
those elections. The elections.
Ratnabel from Chennai is calling tonight. Ratnabel from Chennai is calling tonight. Ratnabel from Chennai, last caller this evening.
Election Commission resigned.
Ratnabel, go on if you're on.
Hello.
Ratnabel from Chennai.
Hello.
Down. Ratnabel, go on.
जी नमस्कार जी.
Namaskar, please go on. Volume down, Ramesh ji. सुनिए.
जी मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन ये स्टेट का पार्ट है या नहीं?
हाँ बोलिए. हाँ.
Is he not part of the government?
He is a part of the government.
Is he not part of the state?
Not part of the state.
We are fighting against BJP.
He's part of the state.
We are fighting against BJP.
He holds a constitutional position.
It's a crime.
This is number one. Number two is he wages war against BJP, then RSS, now the state. That means.
And
does he wants to say that it is a Hindu Rashtra?
No. He wants to wage war against Parliament. That's what it means. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a furious and fantastic debate always as I come to the end of this debate. Let's record and summarize with note assist using Galaxy AI on Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Ladies and gentlemen, you see Rahul Gandhi's repeated assertions against the Indian state, the nation, coupled with his rhetoric, discredited national institutions and aligning with separatist narratives represent a direct challenge to India's sovereignty and unity. By alleging institutional capture, he dangerously undermines public trust in the judiciary, the armed forces and democratic processes. His rhetoric has already strayed into a realm that weakens the very fabric of Indian democracy and governance. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the precise reading of the debate in a simpler format using Galaxy AI on Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Thank you for watching. My full views on this subject are on the other side of the break. That is something I would like you to listen to. Stay tuned for that. For now, goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.